Welcome back, and thanks for joining us right here on Midpoint on Newsmax TV. Former New York Governor Mario Cuomo, he delivered an amazing speech at the Democratic National Convention in 1984. Doesn't matter your political stripes. People call it an iconic speech where the governor at the time talked back to President Ronald Reagan, and who had called America a shining city on a hill. Now, by all accounts, Governor Cuomo was a gifted orator and a liberal icon, and the governor died yesterday at the age of 82. Joining us to talk more about this, talk show host extraordinaire, Lou Pate. Lou, welcome to Midpoint. I hope I didn't embarrass you. Extraordinaire.
No, extraordinaire.
I think it's on your business card, so I'm just basically
I thought you were going to call me intrepid, but no, thank you for having me here. I appreciate it.
It's great to have you on the show. You've followed politics for a long time.
Yes,
Mario Cuomo, what's some of your recollection of the former three-term governor?
Oh gosh, first my condolences to his family and friends. It's never a good time to lose a parent, but around the holidays it's even worse. But the personal feelings aside, you jump into the politics. Mario Cuomo, as a three-term governor of New York, he was a fiscally irresponsible train wreck. 3 terms, out of touch with the people, a walking self-contradiction. Politically. I never met the man personally. I understand he's a very nice guy. He's a paisan, like me. He's a Goomba, if you will. Oh, I hate that word, but I just said it. My mom's going to kill me. No, but he's Italian descent, like I am proudly. But, he's the epitome of why Democrats in New York vote for someone simply because they're Democrats. And what I mean is, he proudly boasted that he opened up and built as many prisons, the most amount of prisons in New York State ever.
Yeah.
I mean, he cut social programs while raising taxes, and he, for lack of a better term, took out like home equity loans on the future of the state for like Aqueduct Raceway as a means of raising money. And talk about passing it on to our children. He probably passed it on to his own child, who's now the governor of the state. He's probably paying off some of his father's debt. I think his heart was in the right place.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the real world, the whole moral superiority deal, it doesn't. It sounds good on paper. It sounds good in theory, but it didn't work for him. And you mentioned the speech, a great speech giver. If you read today's New York Times puff piece on the former governor, may he rest in peace, they constantly talk about his great oratory skills, and they must rest 5 times in this article that he's the best speech giver.
Right.
If you change the dates, it sounds like they're talking about Obama. Another brilliant speech giver, but when you come down to it, his policies didn't work. Look at the speech, the brilliant speech, 1984, Democratic National Convention, keynote. It gave me chills. It frightened me too. And just like Obama in 04, they said he's going to run for president. But then what happened? Even New York State voted for Ronald Reagan in 84.
Interesting.
49 out of 50 states.
Good fact there,
So
Lou.
he was not in touch with the people of New York. He was not in touch with the people of the country, but he was a great entertainer when it came to giving a speech. I wish I had his speech-giving abilities.
What do you think of the president recently saying that, it's not enough for the GOP to grind the wheels, they've got to start governing? What did you think about that?
I think he's calling it on him because he knows that they're not going to really be able to do anything. They're hoping that look, the only thing that Republicans and Democrats agree on is to not let the other side accomplish anything and that they could all keep their jobs. He's calling them on this. They're hoping that he vetoes everything so they can call him on that, and nothing will still get done. They have to create jobs, but government, we know, cannot create jobs. At least, they can create government jobs, but nothing that moves the economy forward. So I think it was a brilliant political move on the president's part, and I don't know how John Boehner and crew are going to respond.
Well, speaking of a job that the GOP is after is the Oval Office. As we look at 2015, entering 2016, the presidential cycle, who are you kind of keeping your eye on?
I'm praying and I'm wishing for a no-name that we all never heard of to come. We need fresh blood. We need new blood. And that's not a knock on Jeb Bush, and that's not a knock on Hillary Clinton, but, been there, done that, so to speak. We need fresh blood and new ideas. All
right, certainly a lot of names out there. One of the names is, again, talk show extraordinaire Lou Pate. Thanks so much for joining us, Lou.
Thanks for having me, Rick.
Great
Good to see you. Appreciate your time.
Good seeing you, man. Thank you so much again for being here in the studio. And when we return, the top points that kick off the new year. What are you looking to see in 2015? As always, you can tell us what you think by getting on social media, Twitter, Facebook, or sending us an email. You're watching Midpoint on Newsmax TV.